Okay, here is the procedure to replace the fuser. You don't have to show my face. To replace the fuser on your Toshiba estudio 230, 280 series copier. It'll be, the main work will be done on the right hand side of the photocopier. What you do is, we've included a rag and a screwdriver in the box with the fuser that you received. Also, you've got an instruction sheet where I've just outlined where the screws are and the connectors that have to be taken out. So what you do on the side of the machine is open the bypass tray, then you open the duplexer cover, and the first thing you need to do is remove the side cover at the rear here. It's 2 screws. The screwdriver is magnetized, so you shouldn't be having trouble with dropping any screws. They'll just come right out. And the other screw on the bottom. And that one's stuck in there, but it'll just come right out with the cover. There we go. Now you just pull the whole cover right off, and you can set that aside with the screws. Then you open door number 1, right over here. And you have to remove the 2 connectors on here. There's actually going to be 4 connectors in here, but you're removing the bottom one and the top one. So the bottom one has a clip on the side right here, so you squeeze it together, and that connector will just give it a wiggle. It'll pull right out. The connector on the very top here, the wires are going through a little clip, so you'll have to pull them out of the clip. Oh, one needs to come out still. And you can just grab the wires on there and give it a pull, and that's disconnected. Now what you've got is 2 screws on the bottom here which need to be moved out. I'd recommend that you take the rag that I sent along and put it in the bottom. Just be careful, I don't know if you can get it down, if you go down a little bit, Carla. This green cylinder right in there, be careful not to touch that part when you're working. But what you can do is take the rag and just put it below here so that if the screw were to drop, it's not going to fall way down in the machine. So you remove that screw, and it doesn't matter which one you do first. Just undo the screw and set that one aside. Now move the rag to the other side and remove that screw. And now the entire fuser unit should just slide straight out. Now you can just set that one aside, and in the box you've got the new unit. You can open that one up and just save the packing, because you'll need to send the other fuser back to us. We'll rebuild the old one and send it out to another customer. So you can just pull the whole fuser out of the bag. And you just want to make sure your connectors are all on the same side as they were when you took the other one out of the machine. It'll just slide straight in. Just be careful that the wires on this side don't get pulled in with it, but the fuser will slide right in. Get your screws, and we've still got our rag on the other side. When you put the screws back in, it's a good idea to give them just a half a turn backwards so that the threads line up properly, so you're not cross-threading. That one can go in. Now you take your screw on the other side and just turn it backwards a little bit and forwards again. Just till it's plugged in. Now you're going to take your 2 connectors that you had. Note on the connector itself, the pins are all on one side of the connector and on the other side of both the male and female side. So make sure that they go in the correct way. And you can just push that in, make sure it's seated all the way, and then slide the cables into the connector that was there, or the holder, the wire holder. And the bottom one, the bottom connector, just slide it in and it will lock into place as well. Then you grab your side cover, and your side cover goes be in place. You can just line up the screw holes, and you can put your last 2 screws back into place. Oh, I forgot to mention, before you start this, make sure that your power is turned off and your machine is turned off, and the power is unplugged. Then you close up your cover, and you should be able to turn your machine on and turn the power back on, and your machine should work well now. The end. Just pack up the old fuser in the box and send it back to us as soon as you can, so we can rebuild it and send it out to another customer. Good luck.